Good morning. Good morning and welcome to our yoga practice. We are settling in. We have another minute or so before we get going. So a nice amount of time. Come onto your mat, make your space, and grab anything that you may want nearby. We are going to begin in child's pose today if you wanted to head that way. We are getting close to time, so as you come onto your mat and settle in, let's start making our way toward that child's pose somewhere near the back third of the mat. Toes near one another, maybe they touch. Knees can be near one another. You could take them wide to the edges of the mat. And gently melt the belly down. It can rest on thighs or between them. The head settles in. Maybe it's on the mat, maybe it's on a block. Maybe you make a little pillow with your fists or palms. You can keep the arms a little relaxed here, whichever variation of the shape serves you today. And gently settle in. Allow the body to soften, the hips to sink a little closer to the heels. Build awareness of how you're feeling as you tap into the breath. It can be a little difficult to really deepen the breath in this shape. But see if you can balance it. Even if you can't deepen it, maybe you can slightly. But see if you can balance it. Nice gentle inhales and exhales. Breathe through the nose. Soften the shoulders. Relax the feet. Invite the mind to be present with you here on the mat. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice today, just something positive that's speaking to you, I welcome you to do so. Maybe this is wanting to connect with the self. Maybe this is wanting to tap into more calm, more presence, more courage, whatever it is. We'll take 2 more breaths here. The head is resting. Go ahead and lift it up. We'll send the arms overhead. Forehead hovers above the mat. Palms are down. Feel that slight activation through the shoulders, that lengthening through the back body. And when you're ready, we'll gently walk the hands over to the right and create a nice stretch through the left ribs. Body settles back down. Breath remains steady. We'll walk the hands back through center and then over to the left. Keep the heels or the hips resting toward the heels. And feel the breath through the right ribs. That stretch all the way from the hip to the fingertips. And come back to center. Inhale up and find tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees as best you can. We'll spread the fingers nice and wide, starting with a neutral spine. The gaze is at the mat, and as we begin here, notice if you're letting the heart kind of sink down. Activate the shoulders. Keep the spine nice and long. And then following the breath on an inhale, we'll lower the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale as you round, bring the gaze into the navel. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you arch. And continue these cat-cows at your own breath pace for a few rounds. You can invite in other gentle movement that feels good, a little rib side to side. You could hold in one spot if needed. If you invite in those other movements as you return to your cat-cow, connect to the breath and the movement. We'll take one more full round together and then meet back at our neutral spine. Here at neutral, we'll flip the right hand so that the fingers face the body and the back of the palm, back of the hand is in the mat. So we're stretching out the wrists. And gently release. You can wiggle that wrist and then return right palm to mat. Flip the left hand. We're not putting too much weight on that wrist. We invite in this stretch. And unwind. You can shake it out. And then walk the hands forward as you gently lower to the belly, chin to the mat. Hands under shoulders, tops of feet are down. There's space between the feet. We'll gently inhale up, chin and collarbone, baby cobra. Lengthen the spine. Really use your back muscles here. Maybe drum out the fingers. A nice reminder to not put too much weight into the hands at this level. And release. Chin to mat. Take a breath. Inhale up, chin and collarbone, baby cobra. As you lift, keep the feet connected to the mat. Pelvis presses into the mat. Elbows stay tight to the body. Shoulders draw away from the ears. Exhale as you release. Chin to mat. Take a breath. We'll put a little more weight into the hands as we inhale up, chin, collarbone, maybe a rib or two. Deepen that stretch through the front midline. Legs are long behind us. Exhale as you release. Take a breath. Relax the low back. We'll walk the hands back a little farther. And just gently return to that tabletop position. Meeting somewhere in the middle of our mat. We'll step the left toes back. Ball of the foot in the earth or on the mat as you press back through the heel. Stretch the calf, the ankle. Could rock a little here as well. That can feel nice on the toes and the ankle. Then we'll find stillness as we fly the left foot. Core is active. Press through the heel. Draw the right arm up, bicep near the ear, our balanced tabletop. Trying to create a long line through the body. Keep the heart lifted. We'll return right hand to mat. Bring the left foot forward, planting it somewhere in the frontish of the mat as we let the hips settle in for our low lunge. Make any little minor adjustments you need. We want to stack the ankle or the knee over the ankle or slightly behind it. Hips sit low. You should feel a nice stretch through the front of that right leg. Hands connect to the mat to help stabilize us here. Maybe you draw the gaze forward. We'll create a foundation through the hands and the front foot as we curl the back toes. Lift that knee up. Drop the back foot to about a 45. Gently lift up. We've still got that bend in our front knee. Back foot is flat. Square the hips to the short edge of the mat and inhale the arms up. Warrior one. Fingers shine to the skies. The palms face one another. Relax the shoulders a bit. And the arms don't have to be perfectly straight. You could wiggle the fingers here. Wiggle the wrists. The weight is even between both legs. We're not leaning forward or backward. We'll release the hands down, interlace the fingers behind the back, draw knuckles down, shoulder blades together. Nice open heart. And you can stay here if you like. Or you could head to humble warrior, left shoulder toward left knee. Belly may rest on the thigh, it may float inside of it. Both feet stay firmly rooted down. Press into the front foot as you lift up. Release the hands. Drop that back foot to a 90 degree. Back toes are toward the long edge of the mat. Front toes are towards the short edge. You may need to elongate your stance here. Again, watching out for that front knee. If the front leg starts to gently fall in, activate that inner thigh. Keep knee in line with toes. We'll inhale the arms up to shoulder height, palms down toward the earth. Fingers are together. Nice open heart. Warrior two. Gaze is forward. We'll drop the back hand, flip the front palm, lift up and back. You can keep the front knee bent or you can straighten it, yogi's choice. And then gently transition back. That front knee bends. As the left forearm comes to left thigh, right arm reaches towards the sky. Rotate through the ribs here as you gaze up at that hand. Inhale back up to warrior two. We'll drop the hand, straighten the front leg, heel toe that back foot in a bit. Heels are relatively lined up, and we want about one leg length of distance between the feet. Draw the arms back up. We'll start to reach forward as we draw the right hip back. Flip the palms towards the sidewall, and then like a windmill, we'll go over. The bottom hand can float inside of that leg. Or you could be on shin or thigh, just not the knee. We want to protect our joints. And again, feel that little rotation through the ribs. If you want to gaze up at the hand, if that's feeling like too much, you can keep the gaze at the side wall. And if having that upper arm outstretched isn't serving you, you can go hand to hip. One more breath here. We'll inhale up. Exhale as we release. Start to rotate on the ball of the back foot, and we'll bend the front knee. Hands to mat. Step the left foot back. We're coming into high plank. You can lower to the knees at any time. We'll take a breath. Gently lower down. Elbows tight to the body. Uncurl the toes. Inhale up, your cobra. Exhale as you release. We'll press back hips to heels, child's pose. Keep the arms stretched overhead, palms in the mat. We'll inhale back up to tabletop. I'm going to spin around just to match you guys as I move through the next sequence. So we're here in our tabletop. We'll step the right toes back. Press through that heel, following the same sequence, opposite side. And fly the right foot. Dial the toes down to the earth. Press through the heel. Core is active. Draw the navel in toward the spine. And then left arm lifts. Fingers reach forward. Heel presses back. Continue to breathe. Left hand returns to the mat as we bring the right foot forward. That low lunge. Make any adjustments you need to. Legs are on skis here. Allow the exhale to help you settle a little deeper. Invite a little more space into the left hip. The gaze is forward. Create your foundation through the hands and the front foot as you curl the back toes. Lift off of that knee. Drop the back foot to 45. Start to lift up. Make any little adjustments you need. Got that nice bend at the front knee. Stacked over ankle or slightly behind. Both feet firmly rooted down. We face forward and inhale the arms up, our nice victorious posture. Invite in the day. And again, you can invite in other little movements here. Maybe that spin of the wrists, maybe a wiggle of the fingers, maybe you invite in a smile. Tap back into that intention that you set for class. We'll gently release the hands, interlace them behind the back. Knuckles draw down as we find that open heart. And again, you can stay here. This might feel like what you need on this side today. If you'd like, we'll travel to Humble Warrior, right shoulder toward right knee. As you feel the weight shifting in the feet, keep both feet rooted down. Notice the strength of the right leg, helping hold you here, the strength of back body. Lift up. Release the hands. Drop that back foot to 90. Again, you may need to lengthen the stance. We've got that generous bend in the right knee. Stacked. In line with toes. Heart is open. Inhale the arms up. As you lift the arms, notice if the shoulders really start to scrunch up. We want to allow them to melt away from the ears a bit. One arm forward, one behind. Strong and steady. Gazing forward, ready for whatever may come our way. We'll drop the back hand, flip the front palm, lift up and back. And gently rotate back through as you bring right forearm to right thigh and lift the left arm to the sky. Gaze follows. Nice and solid in our foundation. Little rotation through the ribs. We'll inhale up, back to warrior two for one breath. Release the hands, straighten the front leg. We'll heel toe that back foot in. Again, about one leg length, so it'll be different for everyone. Arms inhale up to shoulder height. Start to lean forward, draw the left hip back. Rotate the palms and windmill over. As you come into the shape, try to imagine like two panes of glass that you're between, imagining that you're trying to keep your body on one plane. And again, you have those options: arm reaching, hand at hip, hand floating, hand shin, hand thigh. We'll inhale up. Exhale the hands down. We'll spin the front toes to the long edge of the mat, coming into a nice wide angle stance. We'll take hands to hips as we stand tall. Hinge forward, keep a long spine. And then gently release the hands as the head continues down to the earth, the crown of the head pointing down, our wide angle forward fold. If the head ends up touching the mat, just heel toe the feet together a little bit more. Hands can rest on the mat. You could gently walk them back to deepen this stretch slightly. You could hold ankles or toes. On an inhale, we'll begin to lift up. Find that flat back and continue to rise. Back to standing, take a breath. We'll heel toe the feet together and then meet toward the front of the mat. Stand in Tadasana, feet together or about hip width distance apart. We'll inhale the arms up. Exhale as we forward fold. Inhale to half lift, flat back. Exhale as you release, plant the hands, step one foot back, and then the other, high plank, your variation. With control, lower through Chaturanga to the belly. Uncurl the toes and inhale up to your cobra. Exhale as you release, we'll curl the toes, press up and back, down dog. Take a few breaths here. Tailbone reaches toward the sky. Feel that connection to your foundation. We'll wave through the body as we lift the heels, shift the hips back to high plank. Strong arms. We'll lower to the knees, uncurl the toes, hips to heels, child's pose. Take a breath. Start to walk the hands in as we lift up. And you can find a comfortable seated spot, or you could stay kneeling. As we round out our practice today, bringing hands together at heart center. Tap thumbs to heart. Connect with that intention that you set. Maybe you close the eyes for a brief moment. Allow the breath to return to your natural rhythm. Let the practice wash over you as you prepare for your day. The eyes are closed, you can flutter them open. I encourage you to take kind thoughts, kind words, and those kind intentions with you from now until we meet again. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for our yoga practice today. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful week ahead, and I look forward to seeing you back on the mat next Tuesday morning. Bye, y'all.